beautiful family of God, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Riya. So the title for today's video is the North Pole Star and the Cross in the Sky. In all my previous videos, we talked about Bible astronomy, the story of the stars as told by God in the Bible. In this video, let's continue with the same subject. For those joining for the first time, I would like to request them to watch my previous videos for fuller information. Astronomers and scientists with their powerful array of earth-bound and space-bound telescopes have discovered and documented about 1 septillion, that is 10 followed by 24 zero stars in the sky. All the septillion stars appear to rise and set or move in circumpolar motion. There is only one incredible star that does not move but appears fixed in the skies. This video is about this amazing star named North Pole Star or Polaris. How come all septillion stars including the Sun appear to move but this one does not? We will also talk of another fixed star system or asterism that is called the Cross in the Sky or the Southern Cross. Both these amazing star systems find their mention in the Bible, in the book of Job, and therefore are very much part of Bible astronomy. Job chapter 9 verse 9 says, "Who makes Bear, Orion and Pleiades and the chambers of the south?" Job chapter 38 verse 32 says, "Can you bring the constellations in its seasons, or can you guide the bear with its sons?" The constellations we are going to focus on from these verses are the bears and the chambers of the south. A full study of these two constellations will need many videos and volumes. So we are going to narrow down this search and just study one star, that is the pole star, the North Pole Star, also called Polaris, and one asterism, that is the Southern Cross or the Cross in the Sky. The above quoted verses appear in the book of Job that was written around 1000 BC, making it the first book written in the Bible. However, the main character of the story, Job, lived much before the book was written. Clues given in this book place his timeline even before Abraham, maybe around 3000 BC. The conclusion to be drawn is that the names of constellations mentioned in the book of Job were known far back as 3000 BC or even older. Scholars say that God himself named these constellations. Let's study the difference between a constellation and an asterism. A constellation is a recognized pattern of stars that are found in the sky. They can be compared to the shapes and maps of different countries as seen in one large world map. There are 88 constellations which have been known since ages, officially recognized and documented by the International Astronomy Union, Paris. Among these are 12 constellations making up the very popular zodiac. The Hebrew word for zodiac is Mezroth, used in Job 38:32 as constellation. Some scholars even call it a garland of crowns. A study of this is as old as human civilization itself. Zodiac or Mezroth refers to the imaginary path in the skies marked 8 degrees on either side of the ecliptic in which the sun, moon, planets and these 12 constellations and asterisms rise and set. They travel this path daily by day and night. An asterism, on the other hand, is a smaller pattern of stars fitting in a large constellation. An asterism can even be a large pattern fitting into various constellations. Asterisms can be likened to shapes within shapes. In this video, we are going to study about constellations called Ursa Major, also known as Big Bear, Ursa Minor, Small Bear and Crux, chambers of the south. And the asterisms that are called Big Dipper, Little Dipper, Southern Cross, with the intention of locating a star, that is North Pole Star or Polaris, and an asterism called Southern Cross or Cross in the Sky. We all know that the nearest star to us is the Sun. It rises from the east and sets in the west. All the other septillion stars similarly rise and set in arcs of their own. Some of them have circumpolar motion. In the night sky above us, we see a procession of planets, constellations and stars rising from one horizon and setting in the west. Though unseen by day, the stars continue rising and setting. They travel the vast dome of skies every single day. We know that it's not the stars that are moving, right? They are not, they are fixed. The stars appear to move because the Earth is continuously spinning on its axis. The Earth, as we know, rotates around its axis once in 24 hours. It's like a giant wheel or a merry-go-round that goes on spinning, and as it does, we see the stars pass by one. It can be compared to our travel in a moving train. The trees, the houses seem to be moving, but the reality is that the train is moving. The houses and trees are fixed in their places. Similarly, all the septillion stars appear to rise or move and set in circumpolar motion because the Earth is spinning. However, amidst all the septillion stars that appear to move, rise and set, there is one star that does not move at all. It remains fixed in its place day or night. This is the pole star or the Polaris. How come it does not move whereas all other stars appear to move across the skies? The Earth is shaped like a ball or a globe, and it spins about itself like a top. The imaginary line around which the Earth rotates is called the Earth's axis. The Earth goes on spinning like a top on its imaginary axis. As can be seen in the picture, this imaginary axis projects out the Earth at 2 points. The point on the top, that is called the North Pole, and the projection below is called the South Pole. If you project the imaginary axis of the Earth further on into deep space, it leads straight to the North Pole star. Any point on the Earth keeps rotating as seen in the picture. However, the North and the South Pole rotates in their very place. So if you are standing on any place on the Earth, example Mumbai, you will travel all around the Earth. But if you are standing on the North or the South Pole, you will be simply spinning around yourself on the spot. You will not be going anywhere but turning round and round on the spot on which you stand. As seen in the graphic, if you are located in Mumbai, you spin along with the Earth and you see the stars pass by. They appear to rise and set. However, if you stand in Mumbai and look at the North Pole star, it will appear fixed because of your angle of observation, and the fact is, it's above the North Pole. The North Pole star is easily visible to anyone standing in the northern hemisphere. The counterpart to the Polaris or the North Pole star is the Southern Star, situated below the South Pole. It appears on the flag of Australia, New Zealand, and on many postage stamps. If you are standing in a country in the southern hemisphere, you can see the South Pole star, also called as the Southern Cross. Again, because of our location and the angle of observation coupled by the Earth's movement around its axis, the Southern Cross appears to be fixed or move in a small circumpolar motion around the celestial South Pole. Unlike the Polaris, the Southern Cross is not exactly below the South Pole, but it's very close and can help us locate the exact celestial South Pole. In today's technology-savvy world, huge ships that travel the oceans at night have GPS and such sophisticated navigation equipment. But in the olden days, they relied on the position of the sun at day and the stars at night to negotiate the dark waters. The Pole Star and the Southern Cross being fixed in their locations were extremely useful to the captains of these ships. They would track their course in the night by these unmoving stars. The other septillion moving stars were of no help to them. They needed the fixed reference point of polar star. Similarly, desert travelers who often travel by night to avoid the fierce burning heat of the day look to these fixed stars for route mapping. While the other septillion stars in the night sky appear to rise and set, both the Pole Star above the North Pole and the Southern Cross below the South Pole appear to be fixed and unmoving. It's a grand spectacle, right? It looks like all the stars seem to circle around the Pole Star and the Southern Cross. The Earth spins, the stars appear to move, the planets revolve, but the Pole Star seems fixed in their places. The Pole Stars remind us of Lord Jesus. However changing and dizzily spinning our circumstances may be, Lord Jesus is always fixed in His love for us. God's love is steady and changing like the Pole Star amidst a crazily whirling world. However rough and stormy the seas of life be, The pole stars are calmly and brightly shining above the tempest-tossed waters. It's very easy to locate the North Pole star on a clear night. To locate the pole star Polaris, first look for an asterism called Big Dipper. It's located in the constellation named Ursa Major or the Great Bear. This asterism is very easy to locate because of its clear and bright shape. It will be seen in the northern quadrant of the sky. It's called Big Dipper because it's shaped like a dipper or a ladle. There are two similar shaped asterisms called the Big Dipper and the other is called the Little Dipper. The constellation in which the asterism Big Dipper is seen are called Ursa Major because Ursa in Latin means she-bear. The constellation in which Little Dipper is seen is called Ursa Minor, meaning little bear. Once you have located the Big Dipper asterism in the Ursa Major constellation, connect the bright two stars as shown with a straight line and draw it further upwards. It heads straight to the North Pole star, which is located in the Ursa Minor. Suppose you stay in Mumbai, which is located at a latitude of 19 degrees north and a longitude of 70 degrees east. The North Pole star will be seen at a 19-degree angle from the horizon. The latitude you stay and the angular height of the North Pole star is the same, making it easy to locate. You can use your mobile to determine your GPS coordinates. There are also many brilliant star tracking apps which you can download in your smartphone. These apps can easily help you locate the North Pole star, the Ursa Major and Minor constellations, the Big and Small Dipper asterisms, and the Southern Cross. As you can see, the Earth is divided into two halves called the Northern and the Southern Hemisphere by the equator. The horizontal imaginary lines are called the latitudes and the vertical imaginary lines are the longitudes. There are 180 latitudes, 90 on either side of the equator. In the Southern Hemisphere, the asterism Southern Cross or the cross in the sky is visible all year round. From the equator, the cross in the sky can be seen for 6 months a year. In the Northern Hemisphere, the Crux is entirely hidden for those above 35 degrees north. However, the regions below 26 degrees north and further down south can see Southern Cross in some seasons of the year. Since India lies between 8.4 degrees north and 37.6 degrees north, more than half of India can watch the Southern Cross for a few months of the year. May is the best time to find Crux in the evening sky. March one has to wait till midnight. In December and January one can spot it before dawn. That's all for today's Bible astronomy class. I hope all of you learned something new and amazing in God's wonderful system of stars. And remember that the same God who created the sun, the moon and the stars is the same Jesus who died on the cross for us and rose again on the third day from the grave. He conquered sin and death for us and now lives forever. The greatest good news in the Bible is that the same wonderful Jesus lives in the hearts of all who believe in Him. Thank you so much, family, for listening to me. If you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe, give a thumbs up to this video. I would love to hear from you in the comment section. And remember that the God who made the sun, moon and stars is the same God that holds your heart.